Good morning, everyone. Brian here from touringplans.com. I know I probably look a little different. I am dressed for winter. I am in Disneyland Paris today, which you figured out from the title of this. I want to apologize before I get too far. This is a family vacation. I did not bring my stabilizer for the camera. I did not bring my microphone. So hopefully this isn't super shaky and you can hear me. But I wanted to give you guys a look at Disneyland Paris. Now it is extra magic hour here. I forget what they actually call it. It might still be extra magic hour. There's not many people here for the extra magic hour, which is good because only a couple things in Fantasyland seem to be open. Over there you can see It's a Small World. Disneyland Paris in general looks a lot like Disneyland in California in aesthetic, although it is size-wise like Magic Kingdom more. It's a really, really pretty park. I've been here once before, like 15 years ago. This is the first time I've been here since I've become a Disney expert. Sounds too strong. But I'm gonna try, during the day, I'll try to shoot some videos around the park. For now, I'm just gonna walk around Fantasyland because it's the only thing that's open. We got some cool little swans with lights. You can see here, there's actually frost on that bench. That's how cold it got. It went down to about 26 degrees Fahrenheit last night. So hence the hat and the gloves and everybody walking behind me in winter gear. It's kind of funny, I'm not used to seeing winter gear at a Disney park. We've got the teacups covered here like at the Magic Kingdom because Paris isn't exactly California weather, obviously. Over here we have the happiest cruise that ever sailed. It's a Small World. Over there you can see, right there, that pink castle back there. That's part of Alice's Curious Labyrinth, which is possibly my favorite thing that they have here. It's just a maze. It is also not open for extra magic hours, neither is Small World, it looks like. My wife and kids are on teacups. I can't do spinning, so I don't do teacups, which is why I'm doing this right now. But this is It's a Small World. You might be able to hear the clock ticking behind me. Cool little fountain. They do a lot with the plants and things here. We'll walk over this way, but you can see this is, just a normal hill that they have that cool kind of plant design on. I mean, even though it is February right now, I didn't think I mentioned that, but they still keep the plants up. Now, we were at Walt Disney Studios, the other park here, yesterday or last night, and I will hopefully have a video for you of that too. But they don't put the same kind of care into that park. It's much smaller, many fewer visitors. But here, this is what I'm gonna show you. Look at that, it's like a sea serpent made out of a hedge. And I really, really like that they do that kind of stuff here. There we've got the old mill. Looks like a snack area. Not even sure. It's very weird to be in a Disney park that I don't really know my way around now. Even Disneyland and California Adventure I've been to a few times now, so it's been, I'm getting used to it. Of course, in that Disney World, all the Disney World parks, I can basically walk with my eyes closed at this point. There's another little snack area, seating area, complete with teacup. They're still celebrating their 25th anniversary here, even though it was technically last year, it was 2017. But, Disney, when they find a celebration they like, they are going to stick with it until the bitter end. So let's see, oh, my family's still on teacups right there. So, let's walk over to this side for a minute. We've got, Fantasyland attractions. We've got teacups, we've got Dumbo, we got It's a Small World. Peter Pan's Flight, still here, of course. That is open for extra magic hours, but it already has like a 20-minute wait. So, you know what, we'll just ride everything else. we'll come back to that. I don't think it's that much different than the two in the US, so I'm not real worried about that one. Over there we've got the Pinocchio Ride and the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Again, the aesthetic, especially Fantasyland here, and Main Street, much more like Disneyland. Here was me walking in Main Street this morning. I'll let you listen to the music for a minute and not me. See, even on Main Street and here in Fantasyland, the aesthetic is much more Disneyland. They smartly didn't go with the circus tents or medieval festival tents, I guess. They went with a German facade for Pinocchio. A more medieval castle facade for Snow White. It's still extra magic hour, not much to ride, so my daughter here and I are on Dumbo. So let's see what the view looks like from here. It should be pretty nice, although the sun is coming right over that castle, so it's just going to be a shadow. And now we made it into Discoveryland. The park just opened at 10 a.m. as park opening again, like California. We've got a Buzz Lightyear laser blast, which I assume is like the Buzz Lightyears at the American parks. We got the Astral Orbiter, of course. Orbitron, it's called. Very cool name. But Autopia, of course there's an Autopia. It's still a Disney park. And Space Mountain. Right now, Hyperspace Mountain, themed to Star Wars like they do at the one at Disneyland. This is an awesome ride. We're going to go on this right now. It's a magnetic launch that launches you up the side of it in that tube right there and in through the top. So much different than the other Space Mountains. See you on the other side. So Space Mountain here is more like Rock and Roller Coaster than Space Mountain. In fact, we went on Rock and Roller Coaster yesterday. That's over at the other park. And it's very similar. Magnetic launch, all that stuff. There was no music in it, which I found weird. It's possible the music was just broken, but it was an odd feeling doing the indoor roller coaster with no music. But now we're going to try to head up Star Tours, which is also in Discoveryland here. Now Discoveryland, the theme here, it's Jules Verne themed. You can kind of see on the top of Space Mountain there, like the steampunk looking gears and contraptions. They did that, of course, because it's hard to keep up with the Land of Tomorrow, as we've seen in all the US parks. So this one they decided to do a Jules Verne themed Discoveryland. And I really, really like it. I think it's a really smart idea. Alright, well, we are here at the Starport, Star Tours, X-Wing up there. So, gonna go ride this. Entrance to Disneyland, the Disneyland park here in Paris, is weird because you actually go through the hotel. That is the Disneyland Hotel. It is, I don't know, looks very nice. It's pretty expensive, which is why I don't know what it's like inside, because we opted not to go with that one. But it creates this kind of double entry because you walk through this courtyard that have this kind of severed hand of Sorcerer Mickey out here. And they have this really, really nice little courtyard with fountains and gazebos. And I'm stalling as I'm walking up to the fence so I can show you. But here, it has this whole entry area. But to actually get in the park, you go beneath the Disneyland Hotel, which is where all the ticket gates and everything are. Then you come out on the other side of the hotel and go under this the train station, which is how you would normally start at a Disney park. And this is Town Square. Like the rest of the park, Town Square is kind of the best of both worlds of Disneyland and Disney World. And oh look, Emile, Remy's brother from Ratatouille. That's a pretty rare character to see in a park. And Tweedledum and Tweedledee are over there too. And Winnie the Pooh is on this side, right there. But it's the best of both parks because it's the aesthetic of Disneyland but the size of Disneyland, which I like. And it's got this nice gazebo right here. It gives you a pretty good view down Main Street. My favorite French thing about Disneyland Paris is these arcades. These are on either side of Main Street. And they're just shopping arcades like you see all over Paris. But they, not only do they look awesome, but they're super helpful for getting around crowds, either right before the fireworks or right after. It's later in the day. We actually went back to the hotel for a while and went swimming and stuff and came back. So it's a little bit warmer. I'm down to just gloves now. But I'm about to walk into Frontierland. Even right at the entrance here, kind of like the Disneyland one. They have like this little fort that you have to walk through to get to the town beyond. You got the Lucky Nugget right there, much like the Diamond and Golden Horseshoe. Over there in the distance, I don't know if you can see all the scaffolding. That is Phantom Manor. That's the haunted mansion here. It's very cool as far as I remember. Not gonna see it this trip. It's the only major attraction that is unfortunately under refurbishment while we're here. All the others are up and running. That is not. We've got a riverboat over there. Not sure what the names are here. Over there, Big Thunder. The Big Thunder here is cool. It starts on this side of the river, but most of the ride is on an island right in the middle of the river. So the train goes under the river, around on the island. It's very neat. And I didn't tell you about Pirates before. We did manage to ride Pirates. Part of it didn't have sound, which is the second ride we hit today that didn't have sound, which is weird. But it's very much like the Disneyland version. It goes through a restaurant in the beginning and everything, except that it's in chronological order. So you don't start with the skeletons, you start with pirates, and you end with skeletons. Definitely makes more sense. Big Thunder is running right now, and we got fast passes for it earlier this morning, so I'm gonna go ride Big Thunder. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the Big Thunder Mountain does it. It's a little bit faster than either the Magic Kingdom or Disneyland, and it feels a little bit longer. I don't know that for sure. Does not have the part inside with the mine and the fuses like they have at Disneyland. If it had that, it would probably be the best Big Thunder Mountain. As it is, it's a tough call between that and Disneyland. I like it a lot. I like that it goes over to the island. I'm back in Adventureland now. Crossing this cool bridge over the river, looking at the Swiss Family treehouse up there. We've got Agrabah or whatever it is exactly over there. They do have a cool little walkthrough with Aladdin that I will show you here.
It looks a little different.
Area is called Adventure Isle, and it's kind of like Tom Sawyer's Island, except you can walk onto it. You don't have to take a raft, but it's got cool caves like that. These little suspension bridges, you know, a bamboo wall. I guess that's for Instagram. I don't know. And where we're heading here is Indiana Jones. Now this is a pretty unique ride to this park, I think. It is kind of a small car coaster, Wild Mouse-ish, I guess. It has a pretty high height requirement for a Disney attraction. Indiana Jones et le Temple de Paris. So, I don't know what this one is. Got off Indiana Jones with my daughter. My son isn't tall enough to ride, and I'm not sure why. This isn't any crazier than like Rock and Roller Coaster or the Space Mountain here or Crush's Coaster, honestly. And those are all like 48 inches, 47 and change. This one's like 56, and I'm not exactly sure why. But it is a neat ride. Not quite like anything else they have anywhere else. I like it. And because it's tucked away in a little bit of a corner of the park and eventually, and the wait's not that bad. It is like 5 o'clock in the afternoon on like a Thursday, and it's a 5-minute wait right now. So they also have this walkthrough. It's not 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the ride, but it is a walkthrough of some sort. Not sure what. And of course, of the 3 Disney parks I've been in, this castle probably looks the prettiest. If for no other reason than the waterfall and the landscaping around it. Another cool thing is there's a dragon that lives under this one. Unfortunately, the 3 days we've been here, the dragon's been broken, so we haven't seen it. The lair of the dragon finally opened. There he is back there. This is the coolest thing they have in one of the castles, at least that I've been to. So this is Alice's Curious Labyrinth. It is a walk-through exhibition that is pretty much a maze, hence the Curious Labyrinth. Sure did. Yep. And this is the goal here, is to climb up here and get this amazing view over the park. And we happen to time this right around sunset, so it's pretty nice.